of fiction. This is a work of fiction. Was that Saber's memory? Is that what the save thing said? Okay. 12 interval level 14. Alright. Saber's memory. Again. This is gonna be my memory of this thing. The sky is thin. Is it dawn or dusk? As I am watching from outside, I cannot tell. A vast sky and a high field. A sky that seems unreachable, even with arms outstretched. Is this not the burning to death one, or whatever it was? And clouds that too seem reachable with arms outstretched. This is a battle she once went through. There was no cavalry alongside. The grassland once golden as far as the eye could see is gone. Under the dark grey sky, the only thing stretching out is... Tosakovin is definitely dead, right? Did that thing go up? I don't know. She was getting crushed by a berserker for 5 minutes or something. The remains of battle, which she is well accustomed to, there was no emotion. For her, such scenes must have been ordinary. There was nothing left in her lonely heart. Leaning on her golden sword, she breathes deeply once and slowly relaxes her shoulders. The battle must be over. After glancing at the bodies of the defeated soldiers, she returns to her camp. Okay. That was the battle she experienced. Calm attitude is the same as now. No matter what trouble she's in, she's just as I know her. And in a way, I see the dream of a king. From the moment she drew the sword from the stone, she was not human. At becoming a federal lord, like her father, she became a king with many knights. She was called King Arthur or Orta, or Turia, and the girl who had tried to become a knight had her life turned around. She acted as the son of the king. That is because the one to govern many territories and control the knights had to be male. The only ones who knew that the king was just a girl were her father and the mages. She literally covered herself in steel and concealed the truth that all her life. Yet no one could tell. No one could tell. Of course, it's not like no one grew suspicious of her, but the king of knights with the holy sword will not suffer wound or age. Excalibur bears the protection over the fairies, making his possessor immortal. Therefore nobody questioned the knight's small body, and the face that seemed like that of a girl became honored by the knights as a good-looking king. Of course such things were not a problem. The king was truly invincible. There's no room for body size nor looks to enter into it. The people living in fear of savage invasions wanted a strong king, and the knights of the battlefield would only follow an excellent commander. Huh. So how did you die if you're supposedly immortal? The king met all of these criteria. Well, I guess immortality just means you don't die of age. And so no one questioned who the king was. It doesn't matter if the king is a child or a woman. The only point is that he must function as a king to protect the country. The new king was fair and selfless, and always stood in front of the army, defeating enemies on the battlefield. Many enemies and many people died. But the king's choices were always correct, and she served as the king better than anyone else. There was no doubt and no need for doubt while the king was right. Field. No win, no loss on the battlefield. Our army restructured the now lost cavalry and literally ran through the battlefield, defeating foreign infantries and crashing through numerous ramparts. Was she always in the front of the army because her country was behind her? She had to discard many people to join battle. As long as she joined battle, she had to defeat all her enemies. It was normal practice to meet our military needs by sucking everything out of the local village for the battle to protect this country. In that regards, there could not be any knights that killed more people than her. I do not know if she ever found that a burden. That is not something that I can tell from a dream. But there is no doubt in her figure running through the battlefield. She does not even narrow her eyes in grief when she sits on the throne. It's weird I'm getting these dreams before the connection thing even happened. Like, I guess it makes sense now, but a king is not human. One cannot protect the people with human emotions. She kept that oath strictly. She settled every problem and worked hard in the government affairs. She balanced the country without any deviations and punished people without a single mistake. and after ending yet another battle and victory, commanding the people without disorder and punishing hundreds of criminals, King Arthur does not understand human feelings. A knight close to her murmured, "Perhaps everyone felt that way. The more perfect she became as a king, the more they questioned her as a ruler. A person without human emotions could not rule over others." Several reputable knights left Capital, but the king took it as a natural event and accepted it as as part of the process of government. Thus the fair king, honored by her knights, isolated herself. But such trivial things are of no concern to a king. Her mind will not change even if she is abandoned, feared, or betrayed. There's no right or wrong. She abandoned her emotions from the moment she decided to pull out the sword. I guess he needed this flashback so he could make the sword a lot quicker. I lament on it for like 20 billion years before he actually created it. And in that way, our final battle began. The battle at Baden Hill ended in a complete victory, and because of that overwhelming result, the savages sought a reconciliation. The country that would had just awaited destruction earned a brief period of peace. The chaos that demanded an absolute hero had ended. Britain is finally returning to the country she had dreamed of. The scene starts to fade away. Somewhere in my head I realize I'm waking up and the dream is ending. I'll lose consciousness and wake up soon. Yeah, probably. But before that, something really annoys me. She's stupid. Certainly she must have been strong and good at fighting, but that doesn't mean she's well suited for it. What do you mean? Aren't you well suited if you're strong at fighting and you're good at it? I'm also angry at the people around her. If she didn't notice it, someone around her had to tell her. Or she would just keep making the same mistake forever. Jeez. She had so many people around her, so why didn't none of them tell her the truth? What is the truth? I think she's pretty good at fighting if she did all that. What was he talking about? I wake up, we escaped Ilya's forest and came back to this house yesterday afternoon. Sokka went back to her room saying that the wound in her stomach was hurting and she's still alive somehow, okay. And I also wanted to go to sleep since my headache was still around. It must have been because I carried something heavy all the way here. Well, did you carry Ilya? When I got to my room and lay down, I couldn't even get up back up. Saber was the only one unhurt, so Tosaka and I went to sleep, letting her watch over the house, and I slept half the day away, huh? At least it seems my headache is gone now. I'm relieved. The thing with Berserker, the headache that started when I duplicated Saber's sword was terrible. If that headache continued, my head would have broken before my body did. Does Saber have enough power now to use her noble phantasma? Wait. Huh? Saber's sitting Japanese style beside my futon. Okay. Saber, why the sad face? Did something happen while I was asleep? No, I just had a dream. My character also had a dream. No, it's nothing important. Let's eat breakfast, Shiro. It's almost time to get up. A dream with a narration. Saber gets up and leaves the room quietly. I don't know why Saber's acting so weird. I don't know, but I guess she was nursing me since she was sitting by my futon. Maybe. As soon as I think so, I recall that scene. Now what am I thinking? I shake my head and clear the thoughts out of my head. That night, Saber and I have to think like that or I won't be able to look at her properly. Touch a dragon. Okay. Let's stay calm. That should be fine. Well, no, I was just too tired yesterday, but stay calm anyways. First of all, Saber will be troubled if I act like this. Yeah, probably. Alright, I have to calm down and go make breakfast. I take a deep breath and start changing, so is Ilya here or not? Did you leave it in the woods? It's 9 in the morning. Sarah must be really hungry as we haven't eaten since yesterday afternoon. I guess you can't call it morning now that it's past 9. Considering Saber, I'll have a fairly large meal. Shiro, we had only once this morning. Should we not wake Win up? No, they should sleep, right? So Ilya is here? It was a hard day yesterday, so there's no need to wake them up. They can eat whatever they want to if we leave their meals out. So there is 2. I see that it will be helpful if you can start preparing soon. It's already late. I know I feel well. So let's go to the dojo after the meal. The dojo? Oh yeah, there's also Lancer and Assassin. Wait, status. So, Berserker's gone. Right is gone. Archer's gone. There's only Lancer, Caster, and Assassin, yeah. Okay. They could still be dead. That'd be kind of weird if they didn't have a fight off screen. I think Caster should be dead by this point. Are you still going to continue your training? Why not? It's a daily routine, right? Strong Saber, did I say something strange? It'd be kind of weird if no one's dead at this point and no one else was fighting. No, I selfishly thought that you were done with your training. I thought there was no reason for you to be so desperate now that Berserker is defeated. I see, when you put it like that, you may be right. Berserker and Saber and I are common enemies, and our common enemy is now gone. We cooperated because we were targeted by an enemy superior to us, and that's why I trained as well. But to continue our training, I'm still inexperienced, and you're honest when you hold your sword. That's a big help for me when I talk to you. Well, when I say it's a help, I mean it's fun. I'm honest in the dojo. At least you're not hesitant. That's better for me, and I think it's relaxing for you as well. Anyway, fighting with you is my daily routine. Don't take away the few pleasures I have. Okay, I guess. Are they gonna fight Assassin next? Can Saber beat Assassin? If you shoot at no Phantasma, probably. I take ground beef and mushrooms and onions and eggs and out of the refrigerator and head to the kitchen. That's a lot of food ingredients. I also need breadcrumbs, alcohol, salad oil, and yeah, okay, you don't need a lot of stuff. In that case, I have no objections. Saber murmurs something in the living room. Yeah. Can't you give Saber that Caliburn to get no Phantasma effect? Maybe. I start mixing. I mix onions, breadcrumbs, alcohol, eggs, and salt and put it in with the beef and pork. Okay. I decided to cook Japanese style hamburger for breakfast. Okay. When have you awoken? I can hear Saber's voice from the living room. Tosaka? I turn around while cooking. Is it Ilya? No, it's Tosaka, who's still alive somehow. Why are you alive? It's morning. Sorry, let me have some milk, Shiro. Do you also not care about internal bleeding? Is that just a thing? Tosaka comes over with an unhappy face and takes some milk out of the refrigerator. You should have some internal bleeding, right? My head hurts. I'm sleeping too much. Hey, you sure are putting a lot of effort into breakfast? Yes, he seems to be doing that, I guess. What did that bad move from earlier go? Her eyes gleam as soon as she turns to me. She should just have toast again, like you did that one time. Well, that looks good. I'm hungry, so that's really helpful. I see, but you're the only one that benefits, not me. That must be what my father said. For someone to benefit, someone must lose. I've thought so for a while, but you're pretty sharp. Is that so? Oh, I'm only normally witted, so perhaps prepare some for me too. Waving her hand, Tosaka returns to the living room. Alright. With a glass of milk in one hand, she takes position at the table. No, should I say she's really relaxing or acting like royalty? So is Ilya not here, or is she here, or... You're actually quite lazy, but did you just leave it in the woods? Alright, way to go, Saber. She was good at saying difficult things, but... Tosaka waves off Saber's criticism, lazily like she doesn't care. Of course I'm getting lazy. Now that Berserker is gone, all that's left are Caster, Lancer, and Assassin, right? They aren't much compared to Berserker, and they can easily be fought off in Saber's present condition. I know Lancer and maybe Assassin, but I don't know about Caster. I haven't seen Caster. I do not know. Lancer's master is still a mystery, and Assassin is not an enemy that can be defeated by ordinary means. And we have not met Caster yet. Don't be modest, no hero is an easy opponent for King Arthur, right? You were grieving because you didn't have enough magical energy, but that's solved now. There's no servant now that can match you, Saber. If you know you're King Arthur. Saber nails her eyes at Tosaka's words. I feel the same way. I think Tosaka just said can't be ignored lightly. Sokka, you knew who Saber was? Vaguely. Only confirmed it yesterday that there's only one hero who can use such a holy sword. I was surprised that the legendary King Arthur is a girl, but if the real thing is in front of me, all I can do is believe it. And legends usually are conveniently altered, right? I don't know if Saber hid it or the people around her hid it, but it certainly wasn't convenient for a girl to be king in the medieval times. Of course they would treat her as a man. Tosaka has the same tone in his voice as always. Saber doesn't seem to care that much either. She rather seems to be agreeing with Tosaka's opinion and shows no sign of denying it. But she clearly made that is true. A hero related to the swords is chosen for the seventh saber. From that perspective, she is clearly the best saber there could be. The great hero of England, the bearer of the holy sword that everyone, even in this distant country, has heard of. But if that's the case, then what? The end of the legend of King Arthur ends with the king's death. No, they are still human, even though they were our heroes. It's only natural for their last moments to end in death, but no hero dies normally. King Arthur was no exception. I remember that. Then the King Arthur was in a war, the Great War of Camelon. Having unified Britain and with no outside enemies to defeat, King Arthur faced an unexpected enemy in the end. The enemy was her own army that she protected. Because of her betrayal by the one she trusted, King Arthur was attacked by the knights she had fought with, and it is said that the king had to defeat them. King Arthur succeeded in defeating the enemy leader, but took a fatal wound in the process, and entrusted her only surviving knight, Sir Bedivere, with the return of the holy sword. Go past this bloody battlefield and the hill. There should be a lake there. Throw this sword into that lake. But Bedivere could not follow the order. Fearing the loss of the sword, Bedivere gave a false report the first and second time, saying that he had thrown the sword into the lake. Every time King Arthur would order Bedivere to throw the sword away, and the order was followed on the third trip. And it said that King Arthur died after asserting that the holy sword had been returned. How did they know? But anyway, what are you going to do now, Shiro? And then Tosaka suddenly glares at me. Fight the other masters? Wait, he doesn't want to fight the other masters actually. So I guess he's going to do nothing? About what now? About that dangerous child who's sleeping right now. So Ilya is here. You're the one who brought her here, even though I told you to leave her behind. I would like you to comment on that as well. Even though she has lost Berserker, Ilya Savile is still a dangerous master. It is not a wise decision to protect her now. Yeah, you can just leave her in Curie's care. Ugh, the two dread this a good time and glare at me together. That's right. Ilya fainted after Berserker disappeared. I couldn't just leave her be since she showed no sign of waking up, so I brought her here. Sokka and Saber objected, so I was the one who carried her here. A master who's lost their servant has to run away or go to the church for protection before they're killed by other masters. Sokka says we should let Kotomine take care of her, but I'm letting her sleep in a room here since I don't think he would take very good care of her. I don't think he's a good person, but whatever. Shiro, your thoughts are honorable, but it's dangerous to associate her with Ilya Savile. You still have time. You must let the church take care of her or remove her command spells. Saber glares at me. She's serious. Convincing her will be really difficult. Well, we couldn't just leave her. Ilya is still a child and she was acting strangely too. And I feel sorry just leaving her in Kotomine's care. Kotomine's. Feel sorry, how can you say that after what she did to us? I agree. I feel too much empathy for Ilya Savile. She tried to kill you many times. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. The two are even more united now, but I can't let them talk me out of it. Ilya was certainly our enemy, but she didn't have any malice. Ilya won't do that sort of thing again if there's someone there to tell her what's right. And I think I said this at the beginning. I'm not fighting to kill other masters, I'm just fighting to end this war. So you are just gonna do nothing. Well, you're gonna get attacked, which is gonna force you to do something, but yeah. I know that, but Saber doesn't agree, but her voice softens, but... I see, then you're saying you'll forgive everything Ilya Savile did. I'm sure you know that she attacked other masters as well. She might have killed several masters already. You're saying you'll save her in spite of that? She's only killed, one person. That's right. Ilya admitted she killed, Shinji. Shouldn't you use fighters to try to kill the students at the school? If those were his intentions as a master, I guess his death couldn't be helped. Okay. But still, Shinji's a threat I've known for years. I'm thinking about my sister, Sakura. I can't forgive everything Ilya did. But then there would be no end to it. If Ilya isn't a master, and if she can regret what she did, I think we can still save her. Yeah, that's right. But Shiro, I have no intention of forgiving her for Archer. She killed my Archer. Everyone freezes. We freeze looking at each other, and sup. Come on, sevens disappear in the end anyways. You're a failure as a master if you worry about that sort of thing. The girl under discussion, who should be asleep, appears. Ilya Sophia. Yeah, it's that person. Hold on, I had no business with you two. I don't tend to fight, so can you stop being angry? Really, I'm embarrassed as a lady. You're much older than me, but you two have no modesty. Ilya shrugs her shoulders as if to show her shock. How did Ilya know my character would be a master at the start anyway? What? Saber and Tosaka get mad together. They're scary in a different sense. Does she make me a master? Maybe. She has some influence on it. Well, I won't get angry about that either. This is no time to worry about you two. Saying that, Ilya turns to me. Is this an illusion? Ilya pinches the end of her skirt in a polite manner and bows to me respectfully. Ilya? She didn't say anything. I thank you, Master of Saber. I thank you for the bottom of my heart for your concern towards me. She was your enemy. I stared at Ilya in surprise. Saber is silent as well, so she might not have expected it either. Sakura's drinking milk and looking at Ilya suspiciously. Cool, I guess. You still have two more things, don't you? Your command spell isn't on your face thinking about it. You just turned it off. I thought you couldn't do that with command spells. And then Ilya gives her usual smile and... Just kidding. Yes, sure it is. Cool. She comes straight at me for a hug on my neck. Goof. A chokehead surprise attack. Okay. What? Sakura's choking on the milk she's drinking. I don't think any of the masters have died leaving the servants, so maybe they can't do that, but they did say that at the beginning, so it's gonna come into play at some point. Saber gets mad but keeps a straight face, otherwise they wouldn't include that detail. Get away, you impudent. Saber runs to me, but Ilya spins around behind me using my neck as a fulcrum. It's over. I use the impotent one. A servant is 100 years too early to give me her opinion. I have no obligation or desire to obey you. We have time to talk about getting from Shiro right away. I'm not listening to you. Hey Shiro, let's do the thing we did yesterday. It's called a piggyback fight. Yesterday? I don't recall this. Ilya swirls and twirls. Oh, you mean after the Berserker fight? Maybe that's what they meant. Whoa, they're teleporting. Saber goes around trying to catch her. This is bad. This is really bad. Are you gonna pass out? The two stare down doesn't end. Not because she's watching from a distance. Sakura wipes the milk off her mouth as if nothing's happening and says in a disinterested manner. It's none of my concern, but he'll die if you keep that up. Huh? The two look up to my face in surprise. Yes, my neck is being choked, my life is in danger. I'm in a real pinch right now. It's over. Well, let's check the current situation. Hamburger I was making in the refrigerator is in the refrigerator right now. First, Sakura is the quiet one. It seems she's keeping a poker face and trying to see how things turn out, but who knows what she's thinking on the inside. What's Shiro? Ilya's sitting next to me and she's in a good mood for some reason. She's looking around the living room curiously, but it seems like Tosaka and Saber are none of her concern. She probably won't listen even if they talk to her, and the hardest one to deal with is Saber, who's glaring relentlessly at me and Ilya. Being relentless and uneasy is totally unlike her. Because of her, I feel like I'm sitting on a cushion full of needles. Okay, so no one else has a master. I mean, no one else has a servant at this point except for me. Okay, hopefully the other servants do fight each other. Because it'll be really annoying if I have to fight every single one of them. So I can't let things stay like this. I don't know what comes out of this, but I had to make up my mind and escape the current situation. Let's decide on what. Money will end if we keep on like this. Yeah, the conclusion is decided and the problem needs to be taken care of quickly, so let's fight Saber. Yes, my opinion and Vince are the same, so all we need to do is to make Shiro agree. Saber is ready to fight it out to the very end. Well, I guess it can't be helped since it was the most difficult enemy for Saber. Wasn't it, Berserker? Hey Shiro, what do Rin and Saber want to talk about? Ilya asks me innocently, well, about what to do with you. You lost your servant fight, so we're wondering what you're going to do now. It's already decided we have the church protect her or kick her back to her castle. Either way, she doesn't have the opinion of children not staying here. Do you think so too, Shiro? Ilya looks up at me with emotionless eyes. Oh, okay. I got a choice. Well, this is easy. Kiyosuke used to say that girls should be protected, and most of all, I don't want to let a child suffer. And I think Ilya should stay here. The Holy Grail War isn't over yet, and I want to shelter her here until the end. She's a pretty strong magus, and she could provide some pretty good backup. Yes, if you say that, I'll stay here for you. Ilya, it hurts. Oh, my neck. Okay. Ilya hugs me, but I get her off me. Well, there's no need to do that. A Saber does it for me. Hey, why do you keep getting in my way? Do you have some grudge against me? Of course, I will not forget what you did to Shiro. You too, Shiro, do you not realize that sheltering Ilya Seville will only bring you harm? No, it has some benefits to it. Hey, what is that? Ilya doesn't have her servants now, so she can't be dangerous. She's not a master anymore. More importantly, what will you do if she gets attacked by another master after you abandon her? Ilya's life would be in danger and the other master would gain power. That is true, but Saber hesitates. Whenever she may say Saber doesn't understand that Ilya would be attacked by other masters if she was left alone. The church guy is probably the caster guy actually. Then it's my turn next. I'm sorry to say this right after you make a Saber surrender, but I'm not convinced yet. He's either the caster or Saber. No, no, he probably is a caster guy. I told you that master is a master until they lose their command spell, and even if they happen to lose their servant, and thus drinking tea gracefully so Sark interrupts the conversation. What do you mean by that? I'm saying that one can make a contract with as many servants as they like as long as they have the command spell. Did you forget about this? How did you forget about this? You now remember it. If there is a stray servant that doesn't have a master, and if a master has enough magical energy capacity to take in that stray servant, he can make a contract with as many servants as he wants. But what's with that? Then a superior master can form a contract with as many servants as he wants. Not however many he wants. 7 is the maximum number of servants that the Holy Grail War can call on, so 7 would be the maximum. But then even an excellent magus wouldn't have enough magic energy to maintain more than one servant. Even if they could, that would mean splitting a power of 10 into 5, so the ability of the servants would decrease and the point of forming a contract with multiple servants is defeated. I see. So if I formed a contract with Saber and Berserker would be both sharing my magical energy, so their abilities would be considerably decreased. So that means it's more effective to choose one servant to give magic energy to. Come to think of it, you said before that servants can change their master. If you're talking about this, right? Oh, you're pretty perceptive for once. Perceptive? As you say, that's what it means for servants to change their masters. A servant that loses their master has some time before they disappear. So if they find a master looking for a servant and forms a contract with them, they'll be back to the same as before. Yeah, so watch out for Rin, Shiro. She's still a master, so she might kill you and take Saber, or form another contract with the remaining servant. Holy shit. Good thing Ilya Seville told me this. Yes, I'll say the exact same things back to you, Ilya. Yeah, that's not true. I won't be with another servant. My servant will always be Berserker. Hanging her head slightly, Ilya murmurs. I can understand why the two gasped. I don't know what kind of relationship Ilya and Berserker had, but I can tell that for Ilya that servant was special. I was a surprise and a pleasant one. Ilya was cold-hearted as a master, but she still valued her partner. Oh, but I'll take Saber if Shiro loses. I won't let any other master than Shiro win. If Shiro loses, I'll win for him. Will you say so to Saber and Tosaka? Do not say such ridiculous things. I'm a Shiro's servant and I have no intention of being yours. Oh yeah, that's okay. I just want Shiro to win. Me winning and you protecting Shiro, it would be the same in the end anyway. Ilya says things in a strange way. Well, she wants for me to win, but why would she want that? Then, Tosaka must have found it strange too as she starts to think. I mind, I would not approve of that. Why do you mind, Saber? Stop making things so difficult. Rin, please warn Shiro about it. Sorry, I wasn't listening. Can you say it again? We were objecting to protecting Ilya Seville here. Oh, that. I think it's fine to just keep her here. Huh? Saber freezes. I'm surprised as well, so it's natural for the protesting Saber to freeze. Rin, are you mad? No, thinking about it, the risks are the same. They won't change whether we leave Ilya by herself, keeping her here or let her be in the care of the church. No, it's actually better if the other masters come here after Ilya. And you can come condition you won't lose against all the servants combined. That'll be a fast way to end the Holy Grail War, and that's what you would want too, right, Saber? Well, that will all change if you think you'll lose to another servant. Of course not, you should understand my current state. As long as Shiro is my master, I shall not know defeat. So there's no problem with protecting Ilya. And there's something I'm worried about too. Shiro's choice might have been a really smart one. Tosaka then falls silent. Saber must have accepted that as she reluctantly moves away from Ilya. Okay. Finishing breakfast, we go to the dojo. Tosaka is back in the room and Saber's with me. As for Ilya... Hello. I have seen you in this dojo before. And when I got that bad ending that one time. Hey, are you really going to be training? She's right beside me, following me to the dojo. I thought I could play with you today. I was looking forward to it, but Saber's here, it's cold here, and it's boring. Well, it's naturally boring for Ilya. After all, training isn't a fun thing to watch. Hey, let's go back to the living room. If you want to be strong, I'll help you. Take my hand with both of hers. Ilya tries to leave the dojo, but I can't compromise on this. You're not gonna ask what she means by be strong? No, I can't. Ilya, training is my duty. It's my daily routine, so I'm going to do it. I'm inexperienced as a major, so I have to be able to fight at least a little. I'll be able to protect you if I train right, and I'm the one who decides to protect you, so I have to at least do this much. Yeah, that might be true, but I don't mind not being protected by you. You're mine, so all you have to do is be with me. Sure. Nope, my persuasion failed. Ilya pulls at my hand. Saber's watching us silently. Her stare is rather painful. She might not approve of Ilya yet, and thinks she's acting too bluntly. Does Ilya know that I'm main character? Before this Holy Grail War thing? Seems like her. Our eyes met. Good, I'll have Saber convince Ilya. I'm telling you now, tell her, Saber. Training with you is our daily routine. There is nothing for me to say. It is you that brought Ilya Seville here. It is your role to persuade her, and it's not within my obligations. Wow, Saber. Something's wrong. I don't know why, but could it be she's really mad? I think we should leave Saber, actually. Also, Saber understands you don't have to train. There are only weak summons left, so you don't need to do this sort of thing. Come on, Shiro, let Saber take care of the other masters, and we can go play outside. Oh, whoa. I'll lose my balance and take a step towards the exit. Hold on, no, let go of me, Ilya. Wallace, even if you complain to me, I won't skip my training. I'm going to keep on training. I think you should listen to Ilya, but whatever. I know it's boring for you, but I like it. If you don't like it, stay in the living room. I shake her off violently. Yeah, she must not have expected me to shake her off. Ilya moves away and looks at me uneasily. Crap. Even if I had to get her off me, there must have been a kinder way to do so. Sorry, Ilya, that was too rough for me, but I can't stop my training. I'm sorry to leave you alone, but can you stay in the living room for now? It's over. Let's go up. It didn't. Ilya starts to walk around without saying anything. She walks to the entrance and stops by the wall besides it. Fine then, I'll watch from here. That's okay, right? She screams and glares at me. Well, I don't mind, but it's cold here. The living room has tea and snacks. It's fine, because I said so. Heh. I wanted to leave Saber and Shiro alone together. Sure, I guess. Saying something strange, Ilya looks away. Well, okay, you can go back to the living room if you get bored. I don't understand Ilya's point. But I guess things are settled. I take 2 Shanaes from the wall and turn to Saber. I think you should go play with Ilya, but whatever. Then it starts. I might be off since it's been 3 days. Hey Saber, you seem to be spaced out. Are you sick or something? No, that is not it, but Saber looks away from Ilya and shakes her head. So you're fine then, let's start. Here's your Shanae. No, you can throw it to me. It'll be a problem if you carelessly get too close to me. We are training. That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about, Saber? I thought this Shanae. Okay. After all, I've never gotten Saber. I've never been able to be close in on her, so she doesn't need to tell me not to get near her carelessly. It's over. Saber catches the Shanae awkwardly and takes an exaggerated deep breath. It's all about the dragon. And then let us start. It will be different from before, but try to stay calm, Shiro. Looking at Ilya's shape, Saber say so. It's fine, I won't mind who's watching once we start. I ready my Shanae and look at Saber. In front of me is the golden-haired girl with a Shanae. That fixes my attention only on her. Okay. Finishing the training after 2 hours, we enter the usual break. Stopping, I place my Shanae on the wall. Through that shows me again, you're really amazing. Nodding, I drink water from a kettle. Quenching my thirst and wiping my sweaty neck, my body finally calms down. Is Ilya still here? Oh, she is. Hey, that was your training? It just looked like she was getting beaten on. Ugh. Ilya says something unpleasant. That's wrong, Ilya. I'm getting beaten on now, but it was worse than before. Rather, you could say I did well today since I didn't get knocked out. I see, but is that really from your skill? You lost your balance lots of times, but it seems like Saber was overlooking it on purpose. Ilya ponders. She's sharp. I noticed that too. I don't know whether she was showing consideration for my body, or she's not up to the par. But either way, Saber wasn't going full strength against me. Well, she never goes full strength, but she still mercilessly attacks me when I showed an opening. But today Saber lacked that. She did not perform any attacks that would have knocked me out, even though she usually does. You think so too? So Saber let me off easy today. It didn't really seem that way. Saber would ready her Shanae to deliver the final blow, but she kept pulling back at the last second. I wonder what that was all about. Rather than letting you go, it seemed she was scared of you. Or holding back. Saber would never hold back anything. She had such compassion, I wouldn't have been hurt so much on the first day. That's right. Saber doesn't hold back during training. I could desperately concentrate on Saber because I knew that. Jeez, what's wrong, Saber? We won't be training like this. You weren't going easy on me, were you? No, I did not go easy on you. I was assuming the role of a fighter 1 rank above you as always. Saber must be feeling today's training is weird as well. Yet I can't imagine you were going easy on me, and I can tell you were serious, but weren't you being too conservative today? It's no good unless you come at me and smack me straight on, but that will cause me to come too close to you. Okay. We're fighting, so of course our shoulders will hit. After all, you used to tackle me all away when I got too close. Aren't you good at close range fighting? Yeah, I did that. What are you saying? Well, you did it quite often. Remember when we first trained, you drove me up against the wall when I said you were a rather powerful girl. You said it was only natural for a swordsman. Oh. Saber's standing there dumbfounded. Saber really is acting weird today. Yeah, I think we should skin her alive. That's an appropriate response. I don't think that's even possible for a servant anyway. I don't know if they have insides. Well, she was bleeding when she got stabbed by Berserker in that CG, so maybe they do have inners. Maybe their inners can become outers then. It really is weird today, but I have no idea why. It'll be a problem if Saber's sick or something, so maybe I should talk to Sasaki about it later on. No. We resume our training, but still different from how it was before. Resume, but Saber backs off only after a few matches. You know, this way you should have played with Ilya. It would have been a lot more productive. Is this a new training method? She might be counterattacked when I let my guard down. Haha, I watched Saber closely. Saber now survives seriously and taking a step forward towards me. Shiro, let us have lunch. Say something rather unlike her. Huh? Hello, my Shine. Lunch is literally time. The clock says it's a bit before 12. She was right, that it's lunchtime, but this is the first time Saber suggested it. We never noticed the time when we were training in the dojo. It was a routine for us to take a break and only noticed that it was lunch when we felt hungry and looked up at the clock. It's a reasonable proposal, so I nod, but... Options. Alright, let's have lunch. That's fine, but why are you exactly on time today? No way, we're fasting today. I don't want to talk to Saber, so let's have lunch. You're right, it's a bit early, but let's start preparing. Is it early? It is almost noon, and I will take time to prepare, so I believe it is around the right time. Oh, I made lunch boxes today. It's already made, so we can eat it once we bring it here. Wonderful. And I guess I'll be able to enjoy this. Saber is relieved. Endure what? No, I did not mean anything. I was just talking to myself. So let us eat lunch now. Maybe we should have continued fighting. You're a bit strange. You acted strange while you were training too. It's probably if you don't tell me when we're feeling bad. I feel sick, we'll forget about the lunchbox and make something that's easier to digest. I'm not a fan of this food. I think Saber should go back to being normal. No, that is not true. It will take time to start cooking and we need to eat right now. Anyway, let us eat lunch, Shiro. Weird Saber. She's obviously acting suspiciously, but it doesn't seem like she's sick, so I shouldn't have to prepare anything for lunch. Alright then, I'll make some tea with lunch, so wait here, let's eat in the dojo for once. Where's Ilya? Is she still here? Yes, I will look forward to it, Shiro. Saber sees me off, waving her head wildly, panicking and getting mad. I wonder what's going on with her today. Is Ilya gonna follow me? Tuesday, at noon we started to eat lunch. I made a proper meal this morning, so I made lunch boxes with the leftovers. I see, you put the food from breakfast between bread. Saber admires the sandwich as she eats it. She's using with a napkin as not to dry her hands. I can sense her elegance even with this kind of lunch. No, it's Ilya Seville. Yes, yeah, I thought so this morning as well, but Shiva is a good cook. I think eating food is a good thing. Eating food is a good thing. You die if you don't do it. On the other hand, Ilya is stuffing in a sandwich full of energy. I don't know if she's out of control or just copying me. Ilya usually seems more well-mannered than Saber, but that doesn't seem to apply to dinner manners. Hold on, Ilya Seville, your hair will get dirty if you stay like that. CG. Saber places a napkin against Ilya's cheek. CG. Something like butter must have been on there as Saber wipes around Ilya's mouth. Thanks, but what is this? You don't like me, right? Yes, I am still on guard right now, but I understand people's hearts as well. You bear no hostility and Shiro has accepted you as a guest, so I will use minimal manners and your hair is beautiful. Seeing it get dirty in front of me is somewhat painful. That must have been from the bottom of her heart. Saber's voice is the same as always. It doesn't seem like she's thinking about Ilya. Ilya stares at Saber, and I realize Ilya has never looked directly at Saber until now. For Ilya, Saber was just a servant, not someone that deserved to be treated as a human. Shiro's smart if you say that sort of thing. Well, I can consider you as well. I can make Shiro win, but I can't protect him. Ilya says so while shrugging her shoulders and eats her sandwich. Okay? You're not to tell me as a servant's duty to be her master's shield. Shiro answers Ilya plainly. The conversation is the same as before, but their voices sound more gentle. So is there just 3 unknown masters for the last people? Otosaka comes while we're relaxing after lunch. And there's one unknown servant, the other two's true names are already known. Shiva, are you here? I'm here, so, come by as soon as you can. They don't know, they probably don't know, I mean, uh, Saber's true name, though. She addresses me, coincidentally and returns to the outer building. Oh, I forgot about that. I was going to have Tosaka teach me magic this afternoon. As I've never had a proper teacher, Tosaka's magic lectures are more than helpful. She Tosaka's going to teach me, so I should go to see her as soon as possible. Sorry, I'll be going to Tosaka's room. I don't know how long it'll take, so you guys can go rest. Alright, I'm kinda sleepy, so I'll take a nap. So you're fine with Tosaka and Shiro being alone? Ilya goes out to the dojo, rubbing her eyes sleepily. Good. If Ilya will calmly go to sleep, there won't be any problems with me going to Tosaka's room. Shiro, are you going to Vin's room? Yeah, I just said it. I need her to teach me magic. Is there need for that? We have defeated Berserker, and there are no more enemies that require our cooperation to defeat. So there should be not be anything you need to learn from Vin. But that might certainly be true. First of all, Tosaka taught me so that we could go up against Berserker. Now that Nita's not there, there's no need to learn from Tosaka, but no, I want to learn from her, forgetting the thing that's about Berserker. I'm inexperienced, so I have to become a better magus as quickly as I can. I see, if you say so, I have no right to stop you. Indeed, you don't have any rights to stop me, Saber. Saber murmurs with a sad face. Bag. Then I'll start the lecture, but there's something I need to ask you first. Is any part of your body broken? Every part of my body is broken, especially my circuits. Saka asked me a strange question as soon as I enter her room. What would be broken? I'm asking you if there's any part of your body you won't move. You did something as absurd as that, so I know your nerves must be burnt up somewhere. Well, I don't really care, but I need to know before I start teaching you. Since my body should be numb somewhere according to Tosaka, but I know myself that she's wrong. No, my whole body's fine. The fever and the headache went away after one night, so I'm healthy now. That can't be true. You projected Saber's sword. That kind of stunt should at least take out one of your arms. I'm telling you, they're fine. Anyway, if I couldn't move, I wouldn't have been able to carry Ilya home. The only thing that's wrong with me back then were the fever and the headache. You're lying. Let me see your arm, Shiro. Without waiting for a reply, Tosaka takes my arm and stares at it. That makes my breathing stop, even though I'm getting used to her. Having her this close tenses me up. My arm is very human. There really doesn't seem to be anything wrong. Did you check the other arm? And there are some places black like the bruise that might be because of the burning, but everything else has healed. No, it's more like it grew anew rather than healing. As she murmurs, her breath brushes my arm. Okay, hey. That makes me blush, but your body is ridiculous. This isn't some because of the healing. Your healing is definitely caused by some outside force, but I think that this is from your own healing power. You say so while rolling up my sleeve and patting my arm. It's an outside force versus my own healing power. Okay, stop that. That's enough, Tosaka. Go sit in your chair if you're done. I pull my arm to get away from Tosaka. Yeah, I'm examining your body to see how you are. Oh, I see. Tosaka moves closer to me. You say your fever's gone, but it seems you still have one. Your face is all red. It's none of your business. Don't worry about it. Okay. Are you gonna teach me magic? I see if it's none of my business, then you won't mind me doing this, right? I don't care. Hey, don't put your hand on my forehead. I don't have a fever, so there's no point. It seems so. Even your ears are red. It seems more like you're drunk than feverish. She smiles meticulous, maliciously. It's deliberate. I bet she's doing this deliberately. Well, yeah. Tosaka, you're doing this on purpose, right? Do you need to ask that? Oh, you can tell. I had to make fun of you since your reactions are so good. Hey, you should go to hell for toying with a man's innocence. It's not very nice. Well, I'll stop playing around. The mummy hunter might become the mummy if I make fun of you too much. What? Tosaka returns to her chair in a good mood. This is a problem. Sokka will likely make more fun of me as the days go by. Sokka, I don't like to say this, but I came here to learn seriously. No, that's so impolite. I feel the same way. I was just checking on my students' health just now. Okay, then we'll get to the point, right? Are you gonna teach me about projection magic? Let's see, it's outside my specialties, so I'll only be able to give you some advice, but sure it's better than nothing. Sokka turns to me seriously, discarding her earlier lightheartedness. To be honest, the last lesson was the last thing I could be of help to you. Did you look at my labs I did? I worked extra hard in them. You never put them up again. You can't learn magic with such short lessons. I only turned the switch on for you that you didn't use. Do you understand? But you're right. After I swallowed that, the magic circuit just becomes something to switch on and off rather than something to make. Yeah, that's about all I can teach you in such a short time. And even that was just releasing what you've been training until now. I can only develop what you've learned and have no intention of teaching any new magic because you have no talent. Yeah, I feel kind of refreshed if you tell me straight like that, but you'll give me advice about the magic I use, right? So, tell me what I used back then. Sokka doesn't answer. She just glares at me like I'm her enemy. Sokka, is this a lecture, right? It's a problem if you don't say anything. She averts her gaze with an unhappy expression, but that's only for a moment. That's impossible. I can't use projection magic. There's no way I can teach you about something I don't understand. You can't use it? I tilted my head questioningly. Wasn't the thing I used against Berserker fundamental for mages? Assuming the structure of an object and passing the necessary magic energy through it is not different from a strengthening magic. But it's hard to pass my magic energy, an alien element, through an object that's already there. It's like adding paint. I can set a red to make something redder, but adding with a different color. Compared to that, it's much easier to draw using my own paint from start to finish. I can just draw whatever I want. That can't be true. You must be able to do that. It's easier than strengthening magic. Hey, if you said that to another mages, they would kill you for sure. What you did was projection, and you completely reproduced a North Phantasma. I've never heard of a faker who could do such a thing. I feel a chill. It's not my imagination. Sokka was clearly hostile to me. That's nothing. I had a sense of it since I saw your shadows. There's no point in feeling enmity towards Emi Oshiro now. I'll explain since you to be misunderstanding what you did was a projection magic. It's an incomplete magic that produces images of existing artwork or weapons using your own magic and energy. It's usually used as a temporary substitute for ritual items, but it disappears quickly since it's made from an image, and is naturally recognized as an imaginary object. You can understand that's a reproduction made out of illusions. I saw Saber's sword in my dream and imagined the golden sword based on it. I don't get it. Magic energy is like clay, so shouldn't it stay around once it takes form, even if it's just an image? That's not true. Magic energy is something that can only exist inside you, right? That's why we pass magic energy into other things and use magic energy as a starter to affect nature. Sure, I can make something like a dagger by mixing magic energy like toffee. But that's it. It's just toffee that tasted like a dagger. I don't disappear quickly since magic energy taken outside will vaporize. Listen, things made of magic energy will not last long, and they're just shapes. Well, I guess the projection magic takes these things with only shapes and makes the ability close to the original as well. Suddenly magic energy has no shape. I can feel it when it's in my body, but it fades and disappears once it goes outside. So no matter how well I make a blueprint in my head and construct something out of magical energy, it's only natural for it to fade away since it's made of magical energy. Come to think of it, when I first did something like projection with Kisurugu first started to teach me, he told me to do strengthening instead because projection was inefficient. I see. Projection uses a lot of magical energy, and it'll disappear right away when you use it, so it's pointless to mix things. That's right. For example, you would use 10 magical energy to project a sword, right? In that case, the sword only has a power of about 3 or 4. The human image is full of holes, so it can't reproduce something just like the original. In contrast, if you strengthening a sword using 10 magical energy, the power of the sword increases to 20 or 30 times and it lasts 100 times longer than projection. You understand nowadays projection magic is only used during rituals. It's just a magic used to prepare a temporary substitute in case a real tool cannot be prepared. It was appropriate for your father to teach you strengthening. You don't have any magical circuits to begin with, so you wouldn't be any different from an ordinary person if he taught you something as useless as projection magic. I understand that, but then what was that? The golden sword that I imagined in my head and reproduced seemed to have its original powers. Then I guess it was only by chance that I could project Saber's sword. Come to think of it, that sword held ridiculous amounts of magical energy. It's only strange to imitate magical energy that's about 100 times what I have, huh? That's probably because you're compatible with swords. Mage each have an attribute, right? I think it's swords in your case. Attribute mean elements like fire or water? Right, one usually takes one of the elements that makes up this world. They call fire normal and water noble, the magical world association, right? It can be one of earth, water, fire, or heaven, or one of wood, fire, earth, metal, water. A mage just has one of those elements, and there are others with specialized elements as well. Most of these mage end up as specialists though. And in your case it's the swords. There's no variety, but you can try and be best when it comes to swords. I see certainly. When it comes to swords, I've always had a strong interest in them. Then what attribute would Tosaka be? Considering her, I'm sure it's something uppity like fire or wind. But I want to ask, and I'm curious, hey Tosaka, I'll ask for a reference, but what attribute do you have? Me? I have the attribute called the 5 elements. Does that mean she has all of them? Anyway, that's about all I can tell you. Projection is so useless that's even called a vanity, so don't use it too much. You should specialize in projection actually. On top of that, the steward started to reproduce Saber's sword. It's good you succeeded that time, but it would have been strange if you wouldn't it be strange if you died right then? You said that earlier that the magical energy in Saber's sword is way over your capacity. You understand that reproducing that thing is easily past the limits of your magical circuit, right? You could do it. I know, but you can't go past your limits. No, before that, it's limits, so surely you can't go over it. You can, that's why Meiji always have death right beside them. Magic follows the norm, so it's only natural that you can use any magic if you have knowledge to try it. Even if you know that's a miracle that you cannot reproduce, anyone can attempt it. A magic is only a source of power. Even with a small engine, you can go over the speed limit if you keep pressing on the gas, but all that lies ahead is destruction. It's just like that. Mage can easily go over the limit if they're prepared for self-destruction, burning with the magical circuits and ruining the nerves, but if you keep on turning the magic energy, you'll reach the miracle. Your projection is just like that. Your body was burning after the battle because your nerves were burned. That's the price you paid for using magic beyond your level. After doing that, it would only be natural for you to lose an arm, which is too. She's angry at me, but he didn't lose anything. But at the same time, so bear this in mind, Emiya-kun. Magic beyond one limit will make the caster a cripple. Never do anything so dangerous as projecting Saber's sword again. I will project Saber's sword again. She's really worried about me as well. After warning me, Tosaka hands me some strange medicine. Well, I guess it's useless to tell you not to push yourself. It'll probably just be a little comfort, but at least take some painkillers just in case. If it works well, it might heal your bruised skin as well. Painkillers will. Saying that, she prepares a light green powder for me. I drink the medicine with tea. Saka rummages through her stuff and tries to prescribe me another medicine. Well, I feel sorry for Tosaka rummaging through her stuff, but I'm bursting here, so I should. Question number 1. Science? Good. What is question number 1? What is question number 1? There's something I don't understand. Saka was an easy question in the battle against Berserker. I wonder what kind of trick that was. Hey Tosaka, can I ask you something about yesterday? What? I'm busy, so make it short. Yeah, you got grabbed by a Berserker, right? I was wondering how you survived. It doesn't look like it, but do you retrain your abs? Do you think that's the reason? Able to withstand berserker strength just from training? You say my stomach is stronger than steel? Sorry, I shouldn't have asked like that. I'm sorry, so could you lose the menacing smile? You should stop provoking me then. So how did I endure it? I placed a jewel on my stomach beforehand. I put it inside my shirt and made a protective cover. Are you happy now? I say you intended to have Berserker grab you from the start. Of course you'd protect your body. But Tosaka, then your jewels are... They're all gone. I used 1 on Saber, 3 to draw Berserker's attention, 5 to blow up space, and 1 to protect myself. Used 1 on Saber? I saved up for many more than 10 years, but I used them up just like that, and even using most of them I couldn't defeat Berserker. She starts wondering why, but she doesn't regret using them. What's done is done. She knows that's important. The important thing is not what she lost, but what she will gain from now on. I see, that was too bad, Tosaka. Didn't you promise to pay her off? Thanks, well I'll learn from it and make jewels that will let me let me win by myself next time. She says so simply, and she says I bet her words will come true. Because of that I realize about where Berserker ended in victory because Tosaka was there. I think it's because of everyone, but okay. So after she makes me drink various medicines, she makes me practice simple Sunday magic to check on my health. Likes checking if there's anything wrong with my body by channeling magic energy to it and so on. Tosaka is more like a doctor than a teacher today, I guess. Alright, there doesn't seem to be any problems. You don't need to come tomorrow, huh? I'm surprised. That means it's only natural. There's nothing I can teach you in this situation. If you want to learn magic, you should do so after the war. No, you need to learn projection magic. And Archie isn't here anymore, right? My cooperation with you is finished. What? Being told that I finally realized. From the beginning we cooperated to fight Berserker. Berserker is gone and Tosaka has lost her servant. So this should all have ended yesterday. Then what are you gonna do now? Will you go to Kotohime? That would only be natural. Tosaka and Kotohime are close, so it should be fine for her to request its protection. Why? I won't go there when I haven't lost yet. It's not like I can't fight because I don't have a servant anymore, and it's not like me to quit this halfway. Once I've decided to fight, it's my responsibility to see it through the end. We need to kill Tosaka. As if it's only natural. Tosaka says it confidently. I'm stunned. No, I'm not surprised. We need to kill Tosaka. She's going to win the Holy Grail War. I already knew Tosaka was this kind of person. We need to murder her. Or make her use her command spells. I think murdering her would be easier. She is really firm and amazingly selfish. She's so fantastically brilliant. No, you need to kill her. Well, what will you do? Are you just going to continue by yourself? There's still masters and servants left. Yeah, so I'll go gather information here for a while. I'll have to resume my research about a Vido temple as well. Stay here for a while, is that alright? Huh. On behalf of our cooperation is ending, right, so... What are you saying? You're able to be Berserker because of Archer. Our cooperation is over, but you still owe me that. It's only natural for me to for you to keep me here until you finish returning the favor. And I told you I'm responsible right till the very end. I became a student and teacher, even if it was for a short while. I can't leave you alone, or I'll be too worried to concentrate on the Holy Grail War. Huh. Where is gonna leave Sakura then? Dead. At her house. In other words, this is it. So I don't know that person they were talking to was. It feels like ages ago, but the Tosaka win that Emiyashiro Amida was a girl like this. That's why I'm happy. Tosaka has to be like this. After all, I wouldn't know what to believe in if such a stubborn girl decides to give up. Yeah, please give me your best regards, Tosaka. I don't know right from left if you're not around. We need to use Tosaka. Okay. That's fine, but you shouldn't use that expression. It's okay that you're simply honest, but there might be some misunderstandings if you're not careful. He's completely useless. But I'm quite understand why Tosaka would get mad at that. Tosaka, what kind of misunderstandings? Ask because since I'm curious. Hold it, you let something slip. My attitude should tell you not to ask, so asking me is against the rules. Seems Tosaka shows the rule that I don't know about. I'm shocked. It must be upsetting for Saber if you're like this. Well, maybe you two are fine like that. It could be pretty bad if you're not both a bit numb to it. And I don't quite get it, but I can't quite ignore your comment about upsetting Saber. Why would she be upset, Tosaka? I say that aspect of you is upsetting, but I bet you haven't even noticed the change in Saber. Change in Saber? That's not a change on the outside, is it? If anything has changed about Saber, it's... Oh yeah, she's been acting rather strange since this morning. Well, I think she's just in a bad mood since Ilya's here, but even now she just sits there all quiet when I ask her what's wrong. She just tells me she had her dreams and leaves. I forgot about it since I was busy with Ilya. Come to think of it, Saber was acting weird, like she was half asleep or something. Saber has a dream? Huh? Is that really the surprising part? Oh, she's ignoring me. Hey, don't be so quiet and say something. Don't you feel uneasy when you make a face like that? Oh, it's nothing major. It's just a 7-stone dream. 7-stone dream? That's right, 7s don't have dreams. But if they say they saw one, it wasn't a dream. They just caught a glimpse of someone's memory. Saka must have had the same experience. She stays with a coldness, so different from earlier, her usual cheerfulness. A glimpse? Oh, is it 9? What is this? And so it's time to prepare dinner. All things that happened in the past few days must have destroyed the cooking rotation. I'll leave the dinner tonight to you. It looks like it's going to be cold today. Again, Ilya hears so it doesn't do sound good. But she tells me that as she leaves. Okay. Well, stew suddenly seems to suit Ilya. Maybe because of how she looks with the coat and the hat. And we have no objections to making stew for dinner. I'm not that good at making Western food, but I shouldn't make any mistakes with stew. Oh, before that, it's a bit before 6, but there's still some time until I need to start cooking. I'm sweating, so I should at least take a bath. It's a bit hasty to take a bath before dinner, but since Tosaka and Saber take their baths after dinner, I'm forced to take it late. The hallway is cold. The room is warm because of the heater, but I can feel the winter cold as soon as I emerge into the hallway. Okay. It seems that even though the weather should be warm, it's been a bit screwed up in the past few days. Speaking of cold, I've heard that it snowed. I didn't notice, probably because it lasted less than an hour and there wasn't much. Well, I guess if it did pile up, the yard would be full of a snowman army and I would suddenly have to clean it up afterwards, so you could say I'm glad. Who would do that? Ilya? Of course, only one person would build a snowman army. The day it snowed last year, I remember I was standing in front of a class with hands red and from frostbite. Who was that? Or is it Sakura? I was going to take a shower, but the bathroom is quite hot already. Oh, okay. Sound of water. As soon as my gaze moves up to the bath. This again. Okay. Sure. Okay. So it was more approving of Ilya, but she must not have let her guard down. She frowns every time Ilya comes near me. The past few days were too wild. A normal day like this is unsettling for me. Okay. Oh, it's night now. I go out to the yard quietly. It's a bit before midnight. Under the cold moonlight, I walk, leaving traces of white breath behind me. Back to the shed. Before I realize it, I'm doing my daily routine. I'm being told by Tosaka, so there's no need for me to train here now. But still, I sit on the cold ground and check the thing within me. It's not that I feel uneasy about my skills, this is just a jinx. I've been doing this for years, so it just doesn't feel right unless I finish my day here, trace on. But today's training is more heated than usual, so I don't want to use it, but I can't really agree with her. I've made the projection thing mine. I'll be it'll be a powerful weapon, and I'll be able to help Saber better. Besides, I still have that heat in my body, the Night of the Ruin, the But in the forest with morning mist, the golden sword I made, the remaining heart is still in my hand, and my heart still wishes it to stop burning again when I try again. Creation concept analyze. Reproducing it is easy. My mind was just jumbled back then because I was desperate, but I can perform only the steps I need now. No, from the very beginning there was only the guide Emiya Shiro. The pronunciation is the same. Just change the self-recognition and it'll become my original spell. Basic structure analyze. I understand how dangerous it is without needing Photosaka to tell me. As a magus, Emiya Shiro must not associate himself with projection. It is it's something that's beyond me. Adventure beyond one's capacity will eventually be repaid for by death. All cut clear 0. I erased the blueprints I was drawing on the other side of the door, as if hiding from the blue moon Saber approaches. Good, you are here. I thought something might have happened as I could not find you. Nothing's wrong, I couldn't sleep, so I was exercising my head. I'll go back to my room once I'm done, so you don't need to worry about it. I see, this is good then. Saying so, she looks at me. Sup. It's impossible to hide as my face is all sweaty as always. Yeah, this is same as always, so don't worry about it. Magic training is natural for mages, right? Well, I'm inexperienced, so I'll make a lot of mistakes. I'll wipe the sweat off my forehead, huh? I'm surprised. The sweat I wiped off is ice cold. I thought it was cold, but was it this cold in the shed? Shiro, you have been doing this every day? Well, as much as I can. It's my daily routine. Father told me to do, so I have to do as much as this. Replying, I regret that I'm bluffing. That is my daily routine. I wanted to boast to Saber by saying this. The training at the end of the day is certainly no trouble for me, but it was never easy for me either. Saber does not say anything. Behind her is the moon. Slanting rays of light enter the shed and covering in blue darkness. This is like a reproduction. It's like a reproducing of the night I met her. Saber Dosaka said something. As soon as I think this is like watching a dream. Is it true that sevens don't dream? Without realizing it, I ask her that question. No, we do have dreams. As we are spirits, we do not sleep. I have to sleep because I cannot go to spiritual form, but even I cannot dream. But this is morning, you said you did. A small silence. She closes her eyes once and looks at me with a gentle face as if she's determined. What I saw was your dream, Shiro. Masters and servants are mentally connected as well. If recognition becomes stronger, things like seeing the other person's past might start to occur. Dreams to be my past. Yes, I knew it was a deed that stepped into your mind, but I cannot refuse it. Please forgive me, Shiro. Oh, you mean the burning thing? Yeah. That goes for me as well. Saber's past. I've seen the days before she became a servant many times. That's not your fault. You can't help it if you dream about it. Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I only did interesting stuff when I was small, right? You can't sleep peacefully if you have dreams like that. No, I only dreamt this morning. It was not a recent event, so it does not invade your privacy as a man. Saber comments honestly. But privacy? Well, I've done ordinary stupid things, but that's good. You say it wasn't recent, so, when was it from? 10 years ago? Let me guess. It was a large fire. That was the only scene I saw. That quiet voice, her gentle eyes told me that was what she saw. Yeah, I see. Oh, was she dreamt about that, and I see that's should I say unfortunate. It's like going to a movie theater to go see a movie, you know, but going to the completely wrong theater and seeing something completely different. That made me understand. No, I thought it before as well. You have a dangerous side to you. What do you mean by dangerous? Well, I'm sure all aspects of me look dangerous in your view. That's not what I mean. I don't know what you mean either. Did he kickstart the fire? Sure, you're like me. This is why I tell you what you have done is what you've done wrong. As I am the same, I can tell what will happen to you if you continue on like this. But I haven't done anything wrong. The mistakes are countless, of course, but I'm going to become a superhero like my father, and I can't do anything wrong. I can't do anything wrong, wow. I'm saying that is your wrong, that wrongdoing, Shiro. The accident was not your fault. It is not something that you can be held responsible for. There is nothing for you to make up for. What accident? Of course, it was only an accident and I was only a victim. Well, certainly have been a lot of times when I felt guilty about being the only survivor, but when said so before that your self-sacrifice and devotion are abnormal, and I feel the same way. You do not need to save others at the cost of your life. Self-sacrifice is just suicidal. You simply do not consider your own life at all. Did my pupils open wide? Somehow I cannot see Saber's face clearly. You will not be able to forget about the accident, but you cannot change as long as you remember it. Is that not painful for you? I'm trying to do projection magic, Saber. Can you leave me alone? Painful, me? Well, of course it's painful. Saber doesn't need to tell me that. It's only natural. So many people died and it was such a hell. So I think it's only natural for it to be painful. Besides, if it weren't, it might all be meaningless. Yeah, certainly it's painful to remember it, but it's already over. It's not something I can do anything about now. Saber doesn't answer. Why, are they stuck in time or something? She scratches her arm, irritated. I need to obtain the Holy Grail, but it's the same for you as well, Saber. You need the Holy Grail. It was inevitable that I would be called to you, Master. How can I answer that? I will go ahead and sleep. Do not push yourself, Shiro. Why does he need the Holy Grail? Saber leaves. I cross my arms and ponder. Do I need the Holy Grail? The Grail that grants wishes of its possessor. A vessel which contains unlimited amounts of magical energy, for which is said nothing is impossible. Perhaps I think my wish would certainly be easily granted, but no, that's wrong. No matter how I look at it, I don't need the Holy Grail. Yeah, I definitely don't need it. Because I don't have any wishes that won't come true or that are impossible. Because if it's a dream that I can't reach for by myself, I won't even dream it in the first place. You can dream to be a hero, and you reach it by beating the Holy Grail War. The night thickens. With only the moonlight, I listen to the distant wind in the familiar shed. Okay. Day change? Yeah, day change. Day change. Day change. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Alright then. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.